this is a software development resume. I'm going to review it. I don't know what type of software development. That's just what they said. In addition, this one did something very wrong from the get-go, which is not going to be on the resume. Is they sent this as a WebF file or WebE file or Web something file, which I then had to use a site to make it into a JPEG so I could make it into a PDF so I could review it. Don't do that. Please, whatever you do, PDF or Word doc. That's it. PDF or Word doc. Don't send it in unless it's a PDF or Word doc, and that goes for the actual ATS systems you send the resumes to as well. If it's Word or PDF, it can pick it up. If it's anything else, it gets a bit dicey. DocX works as well, but yeah, so don't send JPEGs in the ATS. There's a lot of times where somebody has put it's all on the resume, answer to the questions on the PDF, and then I look at the resume and the resume won't load because it's some kind of weird file. PDF, Word. So this person has sent in approximately, how much? 45 and no interviews, which isn't great, but also at the time of recording, again, it's still it's December-ish, and things don't pick up till January, like midway through. So my goal for this, as this is a software development, is to pick out what kind of software development, and I will consider that a success if I can immediately tell in 15 seconds. That is the goal. So full stack. Okay, admittedly, there it is. It's full stack. That's good. I actually know what the full stack stuff is. So full stack, 9 years of .NET, C#, SQL, Expertise Cloud. Okay, cool. Again, I don't know if this is needed, the summary, and I can't highlight anything because I had to turn this from 3 different things into a JPEG, into a PDF, but I don't know if the summary is needed. I really think you could just have that in the very beginning as your, like, the first bullet point, but led the development of scalable data management for a company of, this is formatting's off. But okay, we don't want to see this up here. Don't put this in a bullet point, please. It is very important to show just the company in this because that is what a lot of us recruiters are looking for. Built and maintained a high-performance LMS development leading management system. Okay, C#, .NET, and SQL Server. That's solid. Agile development champion delivering .ASP within an Agile Scrum team. Okay. So here's part of my issue. Oh, here it is. Okay, yeah, full stack development expertise. You don't need to say full. I need to show how you use. Okay, so this doesn't work, right? Don't say proficient in blankety blank. Your bullet points are weird. And your formatting is also weird. They're not bad, but this is going to confuse recruiters because remember, we have 15 seconds to parse it, and we need to see what you did, which is the keywords or qualifications, how you did it, which is missing, and the why you did it, which is also missing. I do think you have the keywords and qualifications correctly, but I don't see how you used them. This one is fine. This one I like. I don't know why you need to say data warehousing and cloud migration. It should be obvious because it has the AWS or the word cloud. But yeah, you don't need these extra little things in front of them. It looks weird. Your formatting's off. Use the formatting on my website, please. It's going to be beneficial to you. This part is good. The top part is very good, which I hope people can see because I cannot highlight anything. Going down, I mean, I can see people moving you forward, but it's so competitive. Like, that's the thing right now. Full stack is hot. And the problem with this resume is you put the full stack down here and you don't show how you used it or why you did it, which is going to go points against it. I do think you had the right idea with all the keywords and qualifications because normally I see these things stuffed to the brim with keywords that are not really going to be what they're looking for. But I think you are correct on the keywords and qualifications, but your formatting is making it hard to find. And the problem with that is we don't have time to dig through your resume. We have 15 seconds. So if I open this up, I see full stack. Okay, cool. Where are they full stack? I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. I see AWS. I see C#. That's solid. Where's full stack? Maybe I missed this bullet point because I only have 15 seconds. TypeScript. Okay, solid. Also, where's the JavaScript? Where's the HTML? Where's the CSS? Then I look through here. Okay, I don't see what I'm looking for, and decline or move forward. That's all the really time you have, especially in something as crowded as software development right now. In, I would say maybe 2019, this resume would probably fly. I'm pretty sure you would be able to move forward with this resume then, but there's too many people. It's too competitive. We don't get to dig deep. So I think this is a failing grade, but again, not like a 20% out of 100, more like a 58 out of 100. So just make those tweaks about how you use them, why you use them, and specifically the right format, which might be tanking your chances above everything else. And I mean that like PDF format. Yeah, and then maybe you can start moving forward. The gap isn't as horrible because that's about when the IT layoffs started happening, but the rest of this is not doing you a lot of favors. So that is my review for this, and let's move on to the next resume. This is a software engineer 2 position, which companies use those interchangeably. This is not the fault of the person. This is just a small rant. I don't like the word software engineer 2 because software engineer 2 at company A is going to be different than company B. Again, this is not the candidate's fault at all. This is sort of there is no common lexicon in corporate recruiting, unfortunately. But this resume I'm expecting to be very good. They had 15 applications and 3 interviews as a software engineer, which is going to be fantastic. So I'm expecting this to be great. So full stack developer, client side app, proficient in Spring Boot, Ruby on Rails, all the right keywords. Not a fan of this, but whatever. There are more ways than mine just to write a resume. I just think mine is the easiest for people to do. Again, not a huge fan of all this, but let's see what they do in the set. A web app then for APIs, configured AWS infrastructure with Terraform. Okay, you got AWS, led DB app door, could Rockford, added to that. Jules and Springle, built an access storybook. Jira. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of this, but if it's working, it's working. So the person who has done this can actually let me know. Those 15 to 3 interviews, is that correct, or did you write something random? Or alternatively, are they jobs that you don't really want? Or are they scams? It may not be the case. I think the fact that you immediately start with AWS is going to be strong. I do need to see this. And look, no one is a monolith. So I don't think, I don't know if I could maybe move forward with this depending on how needed the AWS is. And again, I'm not a fan of a lot of this. So personally, in the types of positions I've recruited for, I don't think this would maybe pass. It really depends. Now, Ruby on Rails is not common, so it may also be that you are getting more for Ruby on Rails positions, and you do have the right stuff, because you have API, you have AWS, and you did guide this. Honestly, this is, I don't like the polling. So, and you have CI/CD. You got most of the right keywords. I'll be honest, no one's a monolith. And there are other ways to do stuff, and that's what I don't want to lie to everybody and say my way is the only way forever to do it, but I just think mine is the best way for the vast majority of people. It could very well be that in your niche in the software engineering, this is a better format, or it could be you just put in something randomly, which could be the case. Or this is a very popular company. That's also a case as well. But yeah, this is not how I would do it. And I've seen other resumes like this not get the job. So there's something interesting here, and I don't know what it is. So please, when you see this in the comments, let me know, because 15 to 3 is a phenomenal ratio. Let me know why I'm wrong. I would actually love to know, because that's how I learn. And when I consider myself an expert in this, it means I need to know if I am wrong about something, and the person I will always least trust is myself. Trust no one, not even yourself. So let me know in the comments. I'd be interested in talking with you. Is the 15 to 3 accurate? If it is, I'd be shocked, but hey, it also, you know what? You are in Columbus, Ohio. I wonder if in addition to this, is you are applying specifically for on-site positions in Ohio where you are, and I don't think there's a lot of software engineers in Ohio with AWS as well. There are software engineers in Ohio, but it's not a tech hub. So it may be in specifically Ohio for on-site positions this would work, which could be the case. But anyway, I don't really have enough to say why I'm wrong here. I'm not a fan of the formatting, but it does get a lot of the some stuff you need, so I could see other people moving forward. But from the requisitions I have previously worked at, I don't think I could send this resume into the manager. So please let me know in the comments. I'm very interested to find out why I'm wrong, or if the number is incorrect and why I'm right. So my guess is you are a software engineer on site with experience, which you do have, in a rural area, so the amount of companies that need that are not going to find the talent. So you are in a very specific place in the software engineering one. So anyway, let's move on to the next one. I am very interested to find out how I'm wrong about this. So learning is a forever thing. All right, this resume is a DevOps / site reliability engineer. I'm going to look primarily for DevOps because that's one that I'm more comfortable looking for. So that is what this resume is going to skew for, is DevOps. They have applied to 60 to 0, which is not good. But again, it's the winter months. Really, the market doesn't open up until Q1. So it's really tough to determine if that is not going to work or not. So let's look to see how this is. What we're going to be looking for is DevOps, CI/CD, Git, any cloud, data tools like Terraform. There may be a few in there that I don't recognize, because this, again, is something that I would go directly with the manager and hash this out before posting. But monitor and logging tools like Prometheus, Elk, Datadog, Prime language, so usually going to be Python, but maybe something else, Docker, Kubernetes, Jira, Linux, Windows, and your degree. So let's begin. I'm not a fan of this formatting. But let's see if I can still find what I need. So DevOps engineer, 4 years, optimizing AWS and Azure, skilled in automation, Terraform. You got the right keywords at least. I'm not a fan of these. Savings cost. Again, this part doesn't matter. So from present, I'm going to ignore this because if it's not in a bullet point, doesn't count. Design, monitored, and alerted systems using AWS, CloudWatch, Datadog, Prometheus. Perfection. To track environment health and increase system observability. Enhanced infrastructure and cloud security by conducting regular security audits, vulnerabilities, integrating SANS and CI/CD. Good. This should be one sentence. Do not have more than 2 sentences on one bullet point. It can be a long sentence. It can be 3 lines, but this needs to be wrapped in or deleted. Improved deployment consisting of scalability by automating infrastructure provisionings with Terraform. Yeah, that's fine. So I think... this is solid, honestly. My issue with this is going to sound dumb, but you don't say DevOps. DevOps is kind of tough to recruit for because there's like a running gag that what does DevOps do? Depends on the company. So I would really put DevOps a lot in here. Or alternatively do site reliability engineer / DevOps. I don't think I've recruited for a site reliability engineer, so I'm not sure if they are the same thing, but they will probably be looking more for DevOps than site reliability. That is a guess. But I think you have the right keywords. You are missing a primary language, at least here. And I think Linux or Windows are the type of environment that you're doing it. And truthfully, I don't think this is helping because in a keyword heavy resume, which again, tech usually is more so than qualifications, is you kind of burn them out on here when what they're looking for is here. Because like, if you just deleted all this, we'd have it right here. Like this already is a lot of stuff. They have one, they'd be, okay, AWS Datadog, cool. Oh, CI/CD. So I don't know. I think this might be hurting your chances. Again, if you apply in the late of winter, at least in the United States, I don't know if it's Canada, you're not going to get a lot of responses. That's just the fact. Typically, it's going to be a big old boom in January in the middle of it. So I don't think this resume is bad. I think this resume can pass. I just wanted to do some quick tweaks to make it have a better ratio when the markets open back up. So I don't want people to think like, oh, this is a fail. This is actually pretty solid. I like a lot of it. I don't know if this is needed to say contract, but... yeah, let's see. Your work history is relatively okay. This might be the big issue, is that work history is a little sporadic. I would truthfully probably delete this and just maybe keep the gap of a couple of months, because otherwise it may look a little job hoppy. But again, that's kind of a minor quibble. This resume would get a pass for me. So let's move on to the final resume of this review, which is a phenomenal ratio. For the final final resume of this video set, we've got a junior intern software engineer, and oh my gosh, their ratio is insane. It is 125 to 5. That's about 1 in 25. Yes, math. I am not a math person. I am a recruiter. It's not commission. I don't know math. So yeah, that's fantastic. Typically, as a fresh grad, a good average maybe 75. Same with internships, as it's incredibly incredibly competitive. But the fact that you have gotten a 1-to-25 ratio in, wow, in the dead months of November, December is fantastic. So I'm expecting this to be phenomenal, just flat out. All right, so BA, perfect, 2 lines, nothing crazy, perfection. Software engineer, developed Hell First, a Chrome extension. AI has AI. See, this is again not a huge deal, but this should be 1 sentence, so make that a comma. Train an ML web development, implemented Case Connect, a website featuring guiding users from the section. Design development process for matching perspective based on users. AWS Lambda, Python, cool. Yeah, this is how you write this. I like this. Increasing new member enrollment by 8%. It makes sense. I think you need to make these 1 sentence. That's not a huge deal. It's just very minor quibble. It just looks slightly nicer. But you have Lambda, you have Python, you have Dynamo. I would prefer this to be more up top, but still fantastic. You start with AWS. You have AI here. Enhance user availability access with React.js, Python with AWS Cloud. Perfection. Lambda, optimized REST API. Yes, this is how you do a resume. These are the right keywords, and this is how you do it. Again, except for this part, should be 1 sentence. That's it. Minor quibble, collaborated with diverse team of experienced engineers and students, competitive field program leading to design and development, 7 user-friendly. Oh, my heart. It's so good. I love it. Built-in AI proud with React, Python, Node.js, MongoDB. Again, minor formatting notes. Minor formatting notes. It's fantastic. This is how you write this. I want everybody to know this should be, except for the double sentences in the bullet point, this is basically like the gold standard of what you should do with a internship / entry-level position. This is fantastic, because like for internships you do this, which is great. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of notes. Normally I'd say, oh, don't, but no, it's because you're still in the process of graduating. Yeah, fantastic. I don't know if the mic is going to pick up. I'm clapping. This is great. I love all of this. Perfect end of this video. So please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell. And, leave a comment with, comment talking about cheese. Cheese is great. I don't know. But yeah, fantastic resume, and I will go on to I'll see you all in the next video. I'm just really happy. This is great. I like it when there are good resumes, because that means people are getting interviews and jobs. So fantastic. I love it. Perfection. Barely any notes, and those notes are very minor. I don't want you to focus too much on them. So thank you.